Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another most important magical moon message. It's your boy, the Peace Dealer, and I think you can clearly see it's a going down. Okay, several reflections. Please go look at that tarot card reading that I posted. I'm going to actually explain some of the details. If you can see, you see the King of Wands, and then you see on the top the Knight of Swords. I promise you on everything. I shuffled that deck, and that's what I pulled. If you're watching this on YouTube, go to my Instagram, at the Peace Dealer. I pulled a tarot card spread on the 5th for the 6th. And what you'll see is the Knight of Swords, which is the card of Gemini, at the crown. And then you'll also see the King of Swords, which is at the future position, okay? That's President Trump because he's a Leo rising, King of Swords, 10th house Gemini sun. And you'll see the outcome was the 10 of Swords. Someone's gonna die today. And I also pulled the 9 of Swords in the bottom, which I think represents Mike Pence. Outside of that, this moon in Libra transit is 10th house to the sun. This is breakthrough. This is social breakthrough. This is history, being taken place. Now that you've perfected and mastered your superpowers, this moon in Libra is going to apply that socially with other people. It's finna get motherfucking ugly. Okay? Now, people are saying that I called what's happening, and I don't want to take credit for that, because when I told you it's going down on the 6th, all hell will break loose, that's only because I saw in the stars that Mars is getting ready to conjunct Uranus, which it will today and tomorrow, and it's squaring Saturn. The moon, as soon as it goes into Scorpio, will nuclear implode. You need to stay ready, guys. It's going down. This is a cycle that's not going to end. You're going to see things die down very quickly because it'll get shut down very quickly, and then it's going to erupt again. Oh my God. So someone's going to die tonight. That's the outcome for today. Go to that tarot card reading. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Facebook, I posted it on Facebook too. The 10 of Swords is something that's definitively dead. Okay, you can make whatever snide remarks you want, or any cheeky remarks. That's cool, but I really just want to remind you that this is only just the beginning. This is the Pluto return that's gonna define the next stage of what actually is the fate of this land. So really, really, really be mindful, because not only is this getting ready to shift, Mars is a key player that's going to go into Taurus, Venus is going to go into Capricorn, and you're really going to see the shattered reality really upturn. One thing that I really want to remind you guys, this is no time to give up. This is no time to get sad. This is why I said in my video yesterday, look, if things don't play out the way maybe I want to, or you think they're going to, please don't think that it's over. Please accept the way you see things maybe occur right now, but please don't think in your head that this is it. Like, please understand that with the North Node and Gemini, anything can happen. And one thing you guys have to stop forgetting is that President Trump has Uranus on Sun on Gemini on the North Node. So I don't think you realize he has his connection with the military. He has Insurrection Act. He has martial law. I think we're going to see President Trump declassify every single classified document. Okay, so before a lot of you guys want to get excited, please remember, Inauguration Day got postponed. That's a fact. Whether it gets unpostponed again, it is what it is. But, the road to Inauguration Day is going to be long, and I don't think it's going to happen the way we expect. I don't even know if we'll have a political system by then. But please understand, you are watching the end of the old world happen. Everything that I'm saying, I don't see as a good, or it's merely just a thing, if you feel me. So keep this in mind, because everything about Moon in Libra is very political. It's very social, and you're going to see a smorgasbord of ideas and people just arguing their opinions instead of just respectfully listening to each other. That's going to let you know who's respectfully listening to what people say, and who's just saying everything they can just to respond and be disrespectful because they're in their feelings. So if you ask me how I feel about a day like today, This is fucking epic. We're literally seeing it go down. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. And for those of you who really do remember what you walk this for, don't forget the prophecy on your life, 7 of Wands, where you might be outnumbered by people who think differently than you, but though you may fight alone, you will prevail. Don't walk by faith, not sight, and don't get so attached to an outcome that you fail to recognize a victory, even if it looks like a loss. That's all I'm gonna say. So either way, okay, if a certain someone loses, they still win. And you're going to see what that means. You're going to see what it means to have Uranus on your sun. And please just understand that there's so much more to be revealed. We know this because the moon's going to go in Scorpio. And if you don't know that the moon in Scorpio is going to reveal almost everything, put your seatbelt on. Put your goddamn seatbelt on. That's all I'm going to say. Put your seatbelt on, because the moon is like a ticking time bomb getting ready to enter Scorpio. I wanted to make sure I squeezed out this moon in Libra video before it exited Libra. But yeah, that's really my take on the aftermath. Look at the tarot card reading, because as you can see, the past is justice, okay? Whoever that Knight of Swords, King of Wands is, which is clearly Leo rising, 10th house Gemini sun, looks like you're in a favorable position. And, you know, just like I told you, all hell would break loose. Once again, I don't want to take credit for that, because me seeing Mars enter that and square and me telling you all hell break loose is like me seeing clouds in the sky and I'm like, it's gonna rain, and then it rains and you guys are like, oh my gosh, you called it. And it's like, not really, like anyone could have called it. Like it's a fucking cloud. So just know that this is a new cycle and precedent. What you're seeing happen right now is the cumulative effect of a whole bunch of people who are not willing to stand by and allow, you know, lies and fakery and deception to reign. This is welcoming you into the new period of darkness. I'm going to make a live about this. The 4 years of darkness leading into Saturn and Neptune going into Aries. And, well, 2021 is definitely going to be fucking epic. That's all I can say. It's already starting off with fire memes and a lot of riots and a lot of protests. So just remember, what you're seeing is the panging for a revolutionary war, and that's going to lead into a civil war. Outside of that, let's really talk about you. The reason why I'm bringing up political themes is because the moon is in Libra. It's social. It has everything to do, literally, with what's going on now as the world is watching. And just know that there's what you expect to happen, and there's the many unexpected, as soon as moon goes opposite Uranus, twists and turns that is going to shock every single living being in this world. Because don't forget, UFO disclosures are still a thing. And if you don't think there's an extraterrestrial, extra dimensional aspect to this, a day like today and tomorrow is going to remind you. As far as your abilities, because Capricorn is a all superpower. It's an all power superpower. This is where the 10th house aspect of this is having you also personally break through. It's synthesizing a whole lot of what you've done and or said to come out to justify and confirm a whole lot of what you did and said. And many of you, despite what you're going through, are going to come into very favorable and positive outcomes personally for yourself. A day like today is going to flesh out in a way for you to see the effect of your own abilities and superpowers as they affect other people. So if you're looking for something huge, like a fireball to explode out your hand, shout out to someone who messaged me earlier talking about she really did levitate. If you're looking for something dramatic, you're going to be disappointed. But if you look for the little things, if you look for the little things where God expresses itself, well, you know, you'll see everything you need to see. So outside of that, please understand that whatever craziness you see erupting, it is going to get squashed quickly, but it's not going to end. You are seeing the next precedent for rising through the darkness here. And outside of that, I just want to invite you to ask yourself who you are through this. There's a lot of people, there's certain people who may watch this, or there's certain people who look at me and they don't like me. They feel a certain way about me. They may even hate me. But at the end of the day, they're fucking cowards because they have all the time and space in the world to call me up, to come see me up and talk about that. But they'd rather fester that in and talk behind my back because at the end of the day, they're a coward. That's their character. What's your character? I use that as an example to show, but it applies right out of that. Are you the type of person that is too cowardly to confront how you feel to somebody? Come see me, son. Come see me. All right? Or do you have to employ, underhanded techniques? These are the same people who are believing these lies and deceptions. The wheats and the tares are being exposed. And it doesn't matter about who you voted for. It matters about the actions you take which define your character. So much so that even I'm not exempt. And I'll be the first to tell you, for anyone who felt like they were relying or having so much faith in my predictions, I didn't make predictions. I told the truth. So, I mean, like, if you're hanging so much of your own well-being into words that someone says, you need to really reevaluate, how you, harness your own power and control. But should Trump not get reelected, should things not happen exactly the way I said, I'm willing to admit I was wrong. I told the truth, though, and I basically, everything that's happened is confirmed. Everything I predicted happened. I did say that Mike Pence would not, you know what I'm saying? I did say that Mike Pence would have the courage to overturn, and I'm wrong about that. That didn't happen. I honestly, I was biased because he's fellow Gemini, and I don't want to doubt a Gemini before they do it. But you know what? Whatever happened the way it was meant to happen, because it's still a game changer, like I said, and he's still on the North Node. So whatever decision he did, of course, was going to lead to whatever. But be willing to adapt. That's what the North Node in Gemini also says. Be willing not to attach to whatever expectations you think the outcome should be, and be willing to have an open ear to people who offer perspectives that are different from yours. That way you can listen to more so how they are misled or wrong, or hey, you might find that you're wrong and you learn something new. But let me tell you something. What's undeniable? See that superhero? Libra has everything to do with breaking through into your alter ego that you polish and present to others. And so don't let any hatred or negativity from others define you. Let that remind you why you're at a better place psychologically and spiritually from mere cowards who will never bring that to your space, but will do everything they can to do it behind your back, because that's just their character. And as this moon in Libra defines your character, hopefully you take actions that show that you are a person of integrity, you are a person that has courage, and you are someone who will never back down to shenaniganery and fuckery. And people who wish to actually, a literal coup to, get rid of stuff that actually facilitates the truth being expressed. If there's one thing you can't stop, though, it's the truth. And if there's one person you should never bet against, it's the motherfucking Don. Outside of that, though, y'all stay blessed as always. Make sure that you also remember, with Neptune and Pisces, things are not as they seem. And some people rest so much of their own hope on outside stimuli instead of letting it confirm what they know inside. So other than that, y'all stay blessed. Certain things may happen that might disappoint you, but if you stay tuned in to the true path, you're gonna realize a day like today has everything in its power to exalt a lot of what you've been hoping for and to fast track you into the breakthrough of character and power that you've been building with this ascension cycle leading into the new moon in Capricorn. Okay? Be very mindful before you react strongly to people. Remember who you are and then do that. And once that moon goes into Scorpio, boy,